Hello, class. So my three minors are horticulture, English, and psychology. My goal is to become a teacher in agricultural education, and I want to incorporate writing with plant science to help improve the two disciplines are distinguished by the questions they ask about the world, their worldview, and the methods that they use. Therefore, I will be presenting each of my minors as three different characters: a horticulturist, a writer, and a clinical psychologist. Each of these characters will explain my minors, but also show how they're interdisciplinary in creating a better learning environment for my future students. Hope you enjoy. What is horticulture? I'm like an artist cultivating plants. I view the world through the eyes of our plants, our environments, man. When I look at a garden, I don't see just a garden. I see a food source, a home to insects. Sure, I have an educational background in the physiology of plants. But my main skill is my observation of the universe, man. My love for plants. Right. I see into this secret world of our environment. This is the attitude that I want of all my students. You don't have to be a horticulturist or a scientist to grow your own food, man. I don't want to bring bad vibes, but some students rely on their school as their only food source. Public schools are now bringing meals home with students just to make sure they eat on the weekends. That's some real stuff, man. This is why ag education is being taught in a lot of our inner city schools. They want children to know how to grow their own food and to open the door for new careers. Peace, love, and agriculture. Some people call me a writer. Some call me a philosopher. I bring world issues to our society through my plots, characters, and metaphors. Words are my weapon. I see the world through many eyes, and I give it a voice. I couldn't write without a skill in grammar and a background on how to effectively put together a paper. Many inner-city students struggle with English their entire educational career. College remedial classes for English were created because students were not prepared properly before college. When it comes to any subject, students need to know how to grasp the material and how to communicate what they have learned. Therefore, teachers should obtain these skills in order to teach them to their students. Many theorists believe that if teachers were to incorporate writing into other curriculum, these remedial college English classes could be eliminated altogether. Psychology is the study of the human mind and its functions, with huge emphasis of mental characteristics and attitudes of a human being. As a psychologist, we focus on how we can help people learn healthy functioning in today's society. I have a positive view of the world, so I encourage behaviors that build emotional resilience. My client today was a teacher, and teachers deal with human behavior on a daily basis. I help my client establish a rapport with his students, teach him procedures for expected behaviors, help him in disciplining his students, and how to communicate effectively with parents. Teaching deals with the cognitions of its students, and psychology gives a basis and a strategy of how a teacher should deal with its classroom. Education is concerned with changes in intellect, character, and behavior. Its students, and psychology sets the platform for these changes. So as you can see, horticulture, English, and psychology are disciplinary, but they become interdisciplinary for my career in teaching. The method of interdisciplinary studies is to detach each disciplinary in order to fill in the gaps of knowledge in each subject. Then new boundaries are constructed based on new knowledge and new professional careers. Agricultural education has always had a huge emphasis on hands-on learning, but it's important to remember that English plays a huge role in any subject. even in agriculture. Psychology is pertinent to understanding human behavior and the motivations behind these behaviors. Psychology is an important tool to help teachers relate to their students and then for their students to be able to relate to the world. I felt like I could be a better ag teacher by having a strong background in these three fields. And interdisciplinary studies allowed me to create my unique degree. A smart man once said, "All knowledge is connected to all other knowledge." And the fun part is making these connections.